Hey guys, how you doing? Thought you'd like to follow me along for this journey while I spend a day at work. You can come along and see all the lawns that we get up to. We actually treated 20 lawns on this particular day. 2 of them we were unable to get the footage because customers were actually in the garden, and one of them actually had people around as well, so we just physically couldn't film on those occasions. But sit down, buckle up, enjoy the ride. So it's just thin because the kids are playing on it, and they've got a dog as well that runs around, but generally this is very well kept and a very nice lawn. Check this out. Imagine that on your back door.
This tension is rising so thick we just might choke. But if we keep moving, it ain't us that's gonna wind up broke. Some people might think we're crazy, but crazy is all we've known. It's probably that they just ain't ready. That's why they're going up in smoke.
You can see here, you can see the discoloured grass there, all that patch there. So there's still some fungus in the lawn. In fact, it's quite evident here. That's red thread. There's quite a bit on this. Yeah, you can just see it there. You can see all the fungus in the lawn. There's quite a bit in here, quite a bit of moss. So this could do with a scarify. You can just see all the fungus around the edges there. So it's not tracking this so much, but it is tracking to a degree where people are walking. I think this suffered quite badly as well in the summer with red thread. You can see the remnants of it. Ah, look at this. Right, I can remember coming to this about 4 months ago, and it was completely flat, plastered with weeds, and it's taken some doing. But it's starting to make some headway now, especially now that they've raised the cut of height and the kids aren't going on it quite so much with the time of year. Just shows you when you raise the cut of your height, the greener it looks. Because those blades of grass can catch the sun when there is some, photosynthesize, create a sugar feed themselves. So yeah, like most lawns at the minute, each blade of grass is full of disease, baby. So you either live with it, you can aerate to help future disease be less, or you can get a fungicide on.
They just ain't ready. That's why they're going up in smoke. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot.
Gets cut quite short, it's worn down in places. They have dogs. They've had a 21st birthday party at some point when lockdown was eased. Again, disease. You can see a few little dog burns there. Right, this one, we renovated this. I've just had a bit of an issue with the customer. The male actually left the front door wide open in error, and I've just got on the phone to him and I've shut the door for him, but he's coming back now just to make sure everything's okay. So yeah, this lawn completely devastated last year. The heat damage from 2018 and also massive chafer grub issue. So we came in, we videoed it, we did a full renovation, scarifying, aerating, overseeding, top dressing. It could have done with a few ton of topsoil because there's quite a few bricks in, but at the moment it's faring fairly good. And I've just arrived today and we've got the grubs back. And I've already had a little look. They are definitely in there, but as you can see, there are the grubs, chafer grubs. Right guys, so this is another one that we've renovated start of this year. So about 8 months ago, something like that. I'll just quickly show you. This was not grass, this was just soil, slate chippings and weeds and all sorts, and we got all of those up and out and we reseeded it and it all came through absolutely lush, and it stayed that way for quite some time. But with the passage of time and the disease, as you can see, it's got quite a lot of disease in it as well, some dog burns, and yeah, some more dog burns here which customers look like they've tried to rake out. We didn't renovate the back one, but just show you something. So this has come on really well, but look at this, they've been playing out in the mud, kicking a football around, and customers just told me this, and it's literally turning to muddy mush. Right, so this one was a completely dead flat patch. Earlier this year we came in and did a renovation on this one and it all came through fine, apart from a few patches which you can see there, a couple of patches there dotted around. We've never really taken. There's still quite a bit of thatch in that, so I'm gonna have to come and scarify these again and get some more seeds down for the customer. So again, you can see the fungicide, a nice band of green there, and we've got moss along this edge where it's holding all the water, and it's just quite a bit of fungus in the lawn, more than anything. So yeah. So this one here, it's looking a bit sad for itself. Customers actually scarified it about 6 weeks ago and it's nearly all come back, but it's still a bit thin in places as well, and he's not managed to get it all out, but there is some moss there and some disease which you can see, the browning. But you can just see more disease in the lawn. Look at that, look at that. You see how it's just turning yellow and wilting? There's quite a bit here, and you can see different species of grass as well, here and here. To build it up to a nice lush green lawn does take quite a bit of work, which you've got to maintain good mowing practices right through the year, and keep it a nice high setting, around 2 inch, 2.5, 3 inch, something like that. Just keep it going all year. Try and keep the soil fairly moist most of the time, watering in the morning and just a couple of times a week, but deeply, is the best solution. So this one here, the length on it is obviously helping it stay look green, but again, it's got quite a bit of disease in it, and it's quite thatchy, this lawn. It's never had any major work done to it. Wow, they've got a fence in, so that's new. Months ago there was a row of conifers there, and we're talking big conifers. They finally had them taken out, which is brilliant. So I don't know what he's going to be doing now in his bottom end, but obviously it'll need a bit of topsoil, a bit of rotivating, a bit of seed or turf. Excellent. So this property here, they're very keen on getting the lawns looking nice. Always ends up in the shade in this front, and despite them the best efforts on overseeding, it always suffers in this corner every single year. So they're aware about it. It starts to thin out, which it does, and then moss creeps in. So you can see disease straight away in the lawn, yellowed areas, and again in the corners. Well, I think that was a wee burn actually, but I expect it to thin out along this edge. But there was quite a few weeds in it, so it hasn't had a lot done to it really, just the fertiliser and the weed killer, and a few other little goodies in with the weed killer. But
this tension is rising so thick we just might choke. But if we keep moving, it ain't us that's gonna wind up broke. Some people might think we're crazy.
so here at the final property for the day, this was renovated, I don't know, 5 months ago, something like that, and it's struggled a bit this year because it was down on the waterfall, on the rainfall in June, and then we had a lot of heavy rain from then. So it was 35% up on the rainfall from July or June or something like that, and it was down before. So I think the weather's had a bit to play with it, but it's not too bad. There were a few little patches we came back to and filled in, and they're still struggling. So we're going to have to tackle those again. And again, in that corner, there's a few issues there. But in general, it's not too bad. But like every single lawn at the moment, it's absolutely full of disease. I mean, you can just see, the tips of the grass are yellowing. I'll quickly show you around the back. And this is looking pretty good. A little bit of disease, not quite as much as the front, but a little bit. You can just see the blades of grass there, but it seems to be holding up quite a bit better. In fact, it's done well, this, because it's starting to feel spongy underfoot, which means it's been reproducing well and going through its cycle. So overall, I'm happy with this. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming with me today on this journey. Today was 20 gardens, although I only caught the footage on 18, and one of them, I can't remember why, but the second one that I couldn't get the footage, they were in the back garden with some friends, so I couldn't just go wading in with camera. Right guys, see you on the next one.
Give it your all and be
alive. Answer the call when you get it, or all you gon' be is to be left behind.